nowhere. You would not stay in America. You would not have citizenship. They'd strip that shit from you and get you the fuck up out of here. All that goofy.
Deporting Black Americans. Where's this coming from? What are y'all talking about?
Now, Donald, where are the people supposed to go? I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
I just seen a video on here where African girl is on here saying, oh, well, ICE is now deporting Black Americans. What the fuck is they gonna deport us to, bitch? They gonna deport me back to St. Louis where my daddy from, bitch? They want it to be us so bad. They're not after us. See, we've been fighting these motherfuckers for generations and generations. They can't send us anywhere. Okay? It's nowhere for them to send us. This is our land just as much as it is theirs. We built this motherfucker. Didn't you hear what Trump said? It's us. The fuck is y'all talking about? And truly, we was here before them. And then y'all want to get on here and talk shit about us. And then turn around and ask us to unite with you guys. If we probably gonna unite with any fucking body, it'll probably be the Mexicans. Duh. And stop saying that I'm African. I'm not African. My ancestors are Cherokee and Choctaw Indians. You know, with the feathers? That's me. That's us. But it's okay. Y'all don't have to drag us into y'all bullshit. I mean, we get it. Trump is doing a damn fool on everybody. But at the end of the day, why y'all gotta pull us in it? They can't send us nowhere. Where they gonna send me to? Where's they gonna send us to? They gonna send my brother back to goddamn Chicago? I mean, what is going on?
Y'all know when Latinos and Hispanics be like, Black Americans are next? They really thought that Black Americans are immigrants. And that explains why they voted the way they voted. They tried to get us up out of here. But I gotta say to the Latino community, not only did your ESL classes, but the American educational system failed you tremendously. Because Black Americans are not immigrants and we're not going anywhere. And this is how ill-informed they are. They really think because they're in the middle between black and white that they're white adjacent. When that's far from the truth. It's only 3 categories that's broken down in this country. You have white Americans, you have non-whites, and you have Black Americans. The people in the middle, y'all just extras in this movie. The main characters are the white Americans and the Black Americans, and sometimes the Native Americans make a guest appearance. This country spent too much money, trillions of dollars, in painting black people as the bad guys. That's the default. To even get rid of Black Americans. As sad as that may sound. And you know who's catching on quick, who's learning the game real quick? Africans and Caribbeans. That's why they're cosplaying as Black Americans. They're not cosplaying as Black Americans to trick us Black Americans. They're doing it to trick white Americans because they don't want to be deported.
Man, what's going on TikTok? How y'all doing? Hope y'all having a wonderful day. But check this out. Man, I noticed something with this deportation thing. I just couldn't figure it out. I said it in my video, but I just never thought about it. These people keep saying we're going to get deported, we're going to get deported, we're going to get deported. They projecting because we the only people that didn't immigrate here. We didn't migrate here. We not refugees to come over here. We not in the immigration system. We didn't have to pledge allegiance and denounce another country just to live here. We didn't do none of that. We not anchor babies. Our parents didn't come over here, didn't had us here. None of that. But they have. They have. And they hate that. They jealous of that. They jealous of that. Because number one, they thought they were going to be our replacement. They were working on it. I ain't gonna lie, they were working real hard to be our replacement. Then number two, they came over here to colonize us. But when they found out that Trump made it a way where we are emancipated people, we are children of slaves, we can't be deported. They hate that and that bothers them. That jealousy and envy bothers them because they already come over here with jealousy. They already come over here with envy. But now They see we can't go nowhere. Now they want us to be scared with them. They want us to be scared of if we see an unmarked car drive past our house. They want our heart to be beating fast. You know what I mean? When we go to restaurants and we see ICE come take somebody, they want us to be scared with them. And we just out here popping fans, you know what I'm saying? Well, them fans, that we just popping fans, having fun, enjoying life, talking, trying to get our money right, trying to see what's going to happen in the future. We ain't even thinking about ICE. We're not even thinking about being deported like they is. They want us to be scared like them. They want us to be worried like them. You get what I'm saying? That, and I'm like, damn, bro, like they really are jealous of us. Not just the Africans and Caribbeans, the Mexicans are jealous of us. Because they mad because they not part of the 14th Amendment. They not. There's a lot of white people not part of the 14th Amendment either. They jealous of that, bro. We can trace our family to the 1700s. Some people can go far back than that. And they don't like it. And they jealous of it. And they hate it. I know it burns them up. Like all the contempt, all the anti-blackness they say about us, the rhetoric, the stereotypes, all that stuff they spew. And that one thing they can't get is the citizenship like we have. We emancipated people and they hate that. Oh, they hate that. That burns them up. That's why they doing these scare tactics on us. That's why they doing all these things, because they want us to be fearful, just like them, of being deported.
Damn, this sister said, I just got in a bad argument yesterday with one of my Mexican friends. She asked, why wasn't we being deported back to Africa? Because Black Americans are the only demographic of people in the United States who are non-deportable. We're the only ones that are not migrants. Let that sink in. And I'm not directing that towards you, sister. You already know what's going on. But a lot of those folks are confused. I mean, if we're really Africans and we really come from Africa, then why have they never tried to deport us to Africa? Let's talk about it.
Imagine being told to go back from the country where your family has lived for generations. That's the controversy behind these viral reactions, and honestly, I think the conversation deserves more than just outrage. Some people are arguing that Black Americans should be treated like immigrants and even deported. But here's where I disagree. Black Americans aren't immigrants to America. Their history in this country goes back generations, and their community has shaped American culture in countless ways. At the same time, I don't think every immigrant should be blamed for what a few people say online. That's important too. The real issue here is the us versus them mentality. When different Black communities start treating others like enemies instead of recognizing that their experiences can be very different. And this is where the conversation gets interesting. Can immigrants criticize Black Americans without crossing a line? Absolutely. Can Black Americans criticize immigration or immigrant community? Absolutely. But calling for an entire group of people to be deported because of who they are, that's a completely different conversation. So I'm curious, if someone moved to America and then told Black Americans they should leave, how would you respond? Is this just internet rage, or does this reveal a deeper tension between Black American and Black immigrant communities? Let me know what you think in the comments.
Like African Americans being, it's part of my culture. I don't care what anybody says. My friends, a lot of my friends are African American playing football. Southern, they're my boys. It's like, nah, you know. And you study American history, and you really study how African Americans have suffered. You go, you know how many African Americans are hardworking?
Yep.
All about education. Yep. So what are you going to say? W.E.B. Du Bois, who was the first to get a PhD at Harvard, he wasn't working hard?
Right.
I'm talking about in the early 1900s when they didn't let us have shit.
Right.
How did he get a PhD at that time? You're talking about Lewis Latimer, who invented the filament for the light bulb. That's the reason why Edison, when they were trying to invent the light bulb, it was all kerosene. So it was exploding. I read the whole book. I read Edison's biography. It was all exploding everywhere. And Lewis Latimer, black dude, apprentice, that filament that you see in the light bulb is a black man that made it. Because every February was Lewis Latimer.
Right.
But he was the one that created it. When it was You couldn't, they didn't allow.
But we
I'm saying
appreciate that.
We appreciate
Yeah.
it, but African Americans have always been hardworking.
But no, African Americans have been hardworking, but I don't know.
But opportunity.
What about the appreciation of the hard work for the immigrants who came to this country and worked hard?
But here's the thing is the Civil Rights Bill is the reason why our parents got to come over here. 1964, Lyndon Baines Johnson, who was one of the most racist son of a bitches on the planet, had to sign that civil rights. But you know, Martin Luther King is sitting right next to him.
Right. Yeah.
So that is the reason why Koreans can come here. Koreans, Indians, Arabs, Nigerians. It's because of the Civil Rights Bill. Right. It's because of African Americans, foundational black, coming in here, busting their ass, being treated like shit, being hung, lynched, Jim Crow. From slavery was Jim Crow, segregation, Reconstruction, being promised that they were going to get this, fighting every war. Black people fought in every single war and still being disrespected, not being able to buy homes. You understand? Burning up of black towns. And people go, well, why ain't they? They saw opportunities. There were black Wall Streets. There were black banks, black hospitals, and they came and burned it.
Like excellence.
They came and burned it because a white woman said somebody raped them and they never did because a white woman lied. So this whole myth of African Americans not seeing opportunity, they did see opportunity, but you imagine, just like colonization in Africa, but imagine everywhere you go, someone is running you out of town. Someone's trying to kill your son from going to school. So African Americans see opportunities, but the way the ghettos, first of all, you know where the word ghetto comes from, right? It's an Italian word.
Okay.
And there was the island of Ghetto in Venice where they kept Jewish people. That's where ghetto comes from. They kept Jews on the island of Ghetto in Venice, kept them there like a ghetto. And then it transferred over to America because everybody was in the ghettos at one time. Italians, Irish, and every black person wasn't a slave. There were black people that were here in America already. They were already here. They were not, I know some black people that are like, I'm not a descendant of slaves. We were already here. You know that black people were already here. Black people already traveled to, like in this, all over the world. We were already, our black presence is everywhere.
You guys are not oppressed. You're lazy, that's all it is. Go get jobs, work. I am oppressed. The white people are oppressing me. Where are they to oppress?
This video really illustrates how a lot of immigrants from different nations would come here and, you know, behave and what they thought about Black Americans, right? What they thought. It's coming out now because we're not supporting a lot of the stuff that's going on, but a lot of people from primarily West Africans, they love to say that we are them and they are us. It is some very weird tether shit going on there. You know, we're all black. Everybody's black. It is the wildest thing to see that switch. But before they were caping for the white T-man, right? The one that they say that we're so afraid of. But that's the deal y'all made. Y'all made a bad deal there, you know. Y'all signed up to his buffer class program and you took advantage of it. And now you want solidarity with the people that you shit on? No, thank you. No, thank you. Hard pass. That's what it was. That's what it was in 2020. I mean, and the true colors come out still. There's no unity there. There's no alignment whatsoever with takers, right? So let's be at thou wow with it. You guys did not address your own corruption and your own issues in your own homeland, and you came over here. You know, you were a little puppet, right? We were lazy, right? Now you're over here.
So there's people that have created the narrative that Black Americans are the white people of the quote unquote Black diaspora. But what's funny about that is all of you are concerned about Black American DNA. You know who else was concerned about Black American DNA? White people. Just ask Henrietta Lacks.
This mass deportation bringing out the racism in a lot of y'all immigrants. You know that? I ain't know that y'all was racist like that. I really didn't. I'm talking about like y'all saying things like, oh, well, y'all next. I'm talking about black people, we next. We'll deport y'all to Africa next. And Okay. But as long as y'all made it seem like white people was just the most racist people in this country, oh no. Y'all take the motherfucking cake. I find it kind of hard to believe, especially considering had it not been for my ancestors, immigrants wouldn't even be allowed over in this country. You know, civil rights and whatnot. Most of us already knew that Trump, he knew exactly what he was doing, when he was going to bring 14th Amendment and birthright citizenship to the Supreme Court. He knew it was going to get blocked. What's even more interesting is how they'll finally figure out what exactly it meant and who it was for. And oh, when they do, all of you racist people who have just been completely disrespectful to us because you're getting deported, you're going to wish you would have been nicer to us when you were here.
I love when immigrants comes on underneath my comments and say, oh, you're next. First of all, you need to go learn your history. And that is why we don't like you. And you don't like us, and that's great. You don't even take the time to learn our history. And you don't even know that if it wasn't for our 14th Amendment, you would not be able to come over here, have babies, and gain birthright citizenship for your children. And we're the reasons why you were able to even come over here and get a green card, set up shop, and send money back to your family. Why do you flee? Why can't you build in your own country? And then you want to say, oh, we come to America for opportunities. Why did you leave your country to come over here and do that? Answer that. We are the strongest ethnic group in the U.S. that can't be touched. We're the only ones where if a news anchor says the N-word, they're getting canceled. They're getting fired. They're losing their income over a black person. You're mad. We can't be touched. You're upset. We can't be touched. The amendment has been enacted for us, not for you, baby.
Nowhere. You would not stay in America. You would not have citizenship. They'd strip that shit from you and get you the fuck up out of here. All that goofy shit y'all claiming is insane. You were given citizenship here. You had to fight for it. You think if they repealed that shit, you would qualify? Y'all stupid. You're not equal to these white people. This is a white country. This is a white country. White rules. White power structure. You are still a guest in a house they made us build. And y'all are doing the same anti-black shit that they do, telling me because my mother's white, I can't call myself black because my father's black. Y'all sound like them. You sound stupid. You sound like one of their fucking...
You know, it's the excitement for me. It's the excitement that gets me every time. Every time somebody posts a video like this addressing Black Americans, talking about how we're going to be deported, we're going to lose our citizenship, ICE is racist, they're just deporting all Black people, including Black Americans, you guys are not safe, you guys are up next. Every time it's like they have this this psychopathic deer in the headlights look, like they're just like some kind of sick, twisted images are going through their heads of Black Americans just being rounded up and shipped off and deported, and they're just like getting so excited about that. It's fucking weird. And this dude claims to be biracial. He claims that he has a black American father and a white mom. I don't believe that for one second. I believe that this guy is an immigrant, and I believe that he's feeling some type of way. I don't believe that he's any part biracial, mixed, none of that stuff. Look, y'all, Trump is not the most racist president we've ever had. I'm pretty sure almost 100%, if not 100%, of all the U.S. presidents that we've ever had are all racist and all hate Black people. So if they could have got rid of us, they would have got rid of us a long time ago. They would not have waited until 2026 to start switching up shit.
ICE is not deporting Black Americans. Let me say it again. ICE is not deporting Black Americans. Where is this coming from? What are y'all talking about? Y'all want people to jump on this ICE shit? If you are Black American, please mind your business. We have nothing to do with that. It's not racist. It's just the facts. This ain't even a race thing. This is our country. We're home. There's nowhere to send us. Okay? Y'all keep talking about that thing that happened in Chicago in that building. Y'all already know the facts behind that. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. All right? They're not deporting Black Americans. It's not possible. Anybody that's dark that's getting deported, they're not American. They're Black in America, but they're not American.
Why did I just wake up and find out Donald Trump said he wanted to deport Native Americans? To where? To where? To what location? Do you not know what the word indigenous means? Let's get the laptop. Indigenous.
originating or occurring naturally in a particular place. Native. So if they indigenous, where the fuck is you gonna send them? Where, Donald? Down the street? You gonna send them Mexico? I don't know. I'm confused now, Donald. Where are the people supposed to go? I'm so tired. I'm so tired of waking up and there's some new shit that he's saying some new crazy insane and nobody tells him no. Nobody tells him no. Nobody tells him that this is crazy. Why? Where are you? They're indigenous. Do you not know? Ooh,